Suicidal thoughts and hauntings every other day. Seances in my room, calling them out by the name. I couldn't maintain my lane, so I cut myself off from the world to keep people out of harm's way. Now I'm running up that hill like I can't forget leg day. Listen to what the plants say. In all directions, I'm protected by the hands that guide me. Find solace meditating within the ivy. Every word I speak now I choose wisely. This is for the love of you like it's the Isleys. Reading between the lines, between the lions I survive, see. Ain't no puppets in my circle, we on real nigga time. Ain't no Muppets I keep in touch with, see I might clip a nigga wise. Moving clueless, stupid, I might have to use it. The tool, it came with some new attunements. I'm taking every fragment from my former selves and past lives that I ruined, back together trying to glue it. Gorilla glue in my grabber, give me those sluggish movements. Held that flood back like the damn Hoover. chest like a defibrillator. Stones charging under solar alternators. Can't convince a hater. Great debater, the arbitrator. The salt pink Himalayan, I got more flavor for the savor, the savior. All my boss fights, I one-faced them. All my beasts, I tame them. Heed to what the wind's saying. I've been plotting since daybreak in the pines like Mother Mabel. I'm in the mech, pulling sabers. These ain't corrective lasers. Slick like Leonard with the 73 paces. Satin blazers. Like, wait a minute, player. Satin blazers like, wait a minute, player. All things that lurk behind our dreams. All things we all need a little push like some playground swings. Crutches gotta wean off. You either play your role or play in coffins. Cold compress on my chest relieved the coughing. Shortness of breath became a normal after COVID caught me. She say she don't do this often, but that pussy talking. My eyes she gets lost in. I be with them bosses bossing. UTV with the babes, I'm flossing. Too saucy. Niggas grinding like Eric Costin. This game ain't for free, it'll lost them. One call and they spraying like bottles of awesome. A quick buck off 'em, this land lawless. Supreme offense, supreme bacons, lace up, get the stomping. We locking, parallel Parker, the swag flawless. You nothing but a web slinger, still ain't no Peter Parker. The plate came with garnish, her saliva coated the wood like varnish. I became a lord when they referred to my name as tarnished. The blood and tears mixed together like Aphrodite holding on to Adonis. I won't let the passion die, I promise. The thought of dying without a legacy makes me vomit. I said a prayer every time I saw the comet. Never let anybody treat you like an object or a project. You might end up losing yourself in the process and lose all progress. Minute details we can't obsess. Just observe your surroundings and step out with confidence. And I hate waiting, but stay patient. Time is waiting. We don't trust you, boy. Your files, flagrant texts on the plays they making. We been booting niggas out of the game from mere sayings. You did your homework, but my dog ate it. I had shorty stroking a brush for a face paint. I had shorty stroking a brush for her. She fell in love with the drip like honeybees, the honeysuckle tree, blossom nectars trying to pollinate with me. You peep the steeds, purple runts in the swisher sweet leaves. Illusions turned into tangible realities. I can no longer live out a fallacy. Loyal to a place, unloyal to me. How you support anything you got a disdain for? My whole heart poured. The rain came in strong with a heavy downpour. I felt my earth fall out right from under me. They coming in from the window to the wall for the y'all ski my weed, same color pickle beats. I was in the house of the spirits like Meryl Streep. The nightmares came very far from Elm Street to greet me. How dare I deny the presence of my brother coming to see me? I can always see your face when they gather near me. I can always feel your grace when they try to reach me. Don't forsake me, these evils can't take me. I've been carrying around a burden for so long, my bones aching. On nobody, anything but the woman who raised me. I'll never forget those who stood by me when my foundation was shaky. Learn to live with my mistakes and I hate waiting. But stay patient, time is waiting. We don't trust you, boy, your files flagrant. Texts on the plays they making. We been booting niggas out of the game for mere sayings. You did your homework, but my dog ate it. I had shorty stroking the brush for a face. Yeah.
Talk about why.
Intrude here, test your conviction. The aura can be grimacing, your confidence diminishing is menacing. Please don't turn this into a reenacted scene, a Halloween piece. Treat him like he weak. Havoc is what I'll wreak. I don't want these things residing inside of me, scrying into dimensions darker than darkness. The only light you can see are the glimpses of iridescent teeth. Fear made the blood seed, attacking with my eyes closed, swords unsheathed. Shackles cling to my feet, knees weaken, walking in seas, neck deep. The guilt was heavy, the pain was steady, with eyes so devilishly wide, missing signs so bright. I never needed neon lights. The lean was helping me sleep at night when the ghouls was out creeping, perk after perk, oxy after roxy. I was dead by proxy, glare devilish, embellished elegance, heaven sent fallen angels, coast clear. I checked my angles, the depression reached out and strangled, but no matter how to fall out, I could never kill my brothers. Like, I'm more than capable. Life's a card game, you can go aces higher, 52, pick up your name is all you have in this day and age. Day and night, how I turn the page, rebel to evil when I burn the sage. You ever been locked in a cage, had to stay sane, freedom weighing on my brain, use my labor for the free, I felt enslaved. 4-man cells with 2 beds, the shit deranged, meth heads bleeding out the face. 3 a.m. woke us up screaming out in pain, avoiding the cool off and food on the plate. I had to wash my drawers in the sink, I can still smell the stink, I can still taste blood in my mouth as I sleep. Gums will bleed from grinding my teeth, it's a damn shame. Fended for my life, but my cool kept me safe. Level heads win the race, my cellmate made a shank. I never knew who it was for, but when they questioned me, I ain't had shit to say. I never snitch on a nigga waiting on a court date. I was waiting on my court date. Sharks in them waters and you niggas bait. I make them stay out my way, and Orca can never get ate. But when the block was dry, I had to up the weight. One of my biggest mistakes, I put my family in the way. I'm glad I got away. I'm barely alive, so to speak, but I regain my life force by the day. Ayy. You awaken in the sleeping giant, hell froze over, it look like Jotunheim is grimy on my side. Light flashed before my eyes, Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday and died in a week's time. The cycle had to repeat, but it's poetic how I slide, twisted like a screw. The gullible was duped, heroes in the sky, jumping roof to roof. I buttoned up my zoot suit, see hooty-hoo, hold that down, they riding through. Yeah, even at the sight of fright, he never left his post. Instead he escaped the pain in vain, turned to the pills for a double dose. Houses near the lake, bodies along the coast, gasping for air, I couldn't feel my toes. Child rebel soldier, the way everybody knows. Glare devilish, embellished elegance. Nigga, what you talking about, nigga? Come on, bro. It's me, nigga. At this point, actions became pivotal for my growth. Take my chlorophyll. Parasitic hosts wanna latch on and steer my ship. I'm putting salt to the slugs. You crawling with the creepiest of all. Depression's pointless. I'm giving pointers on progression mixed with pro tips so my niggas won't slip. Crumbs in my dip. I saw traces of greedy niggas rummaging, parched in the desert. Ruins of my brains felt like Jesus when they tried to tempt me. All they did was take, but never let them leave me empty. For Far from naive, I know them evils still trail me. Maneuver evasive, gingerbread, who can catch me? Mexican beaters, the way we stacking. Grill the beater before I add the parsley. I live life to the fullest, see my lighter sparking. When I palm trees, breathe in the smoke, then I channel often. Our wild hair stuck up on my head like alfalfa. I was 11 years old when they blew up the towers. It was on my brother's birthday, we couldn't celebrate for hours. You nothing but a coward in fear. 31 rotations around the sphere. Glass up like cheers. Smooth talk, your girl, put some pimpin' in her ear. I adapt here. I'm on a whole nother plane and y'all still ranking by the tier. Rest in peace, Grandpa Chuck. We was eating udon on the pier. Into the lens I peer, never succumb to the pressure from up here. But I ride from my brother to the death, I had to make that clear. Cut from a different cloth, Allah handed me the shears. I got no place in my heart for fear. I had to pierce the yoga with my spear, all seer sucker with the craft beers. Focused on a new path, the way is here. I'm a black man, well aware that death is very near. So I take every day in stride until my feet disappear. So I take every day in stride I'm a black man, well aware that death is very near. So I take every day in stride until my feet disappear.
Stones and sticks they attempted to break my bones with. I'm staring down some eerie figments. My imagination came with burden. The word my God conjures, we break through its surfaces. A divine resurgence, a sublime emergence. All my writings done in cursive, speaking in the same tongues I expelled that curse with. Ask me if it was worth it, ask me if they was lurking. It was demons on Hell's horse, a jack boys rolling in excursions. She in the back giving me the shake weight. I'm clear for home base, hands on her waist. Forbidden fruits in my face, I ate it sloppily. I got a taste, said my grace. Seeing horror never shook me. Oogie boogie, I was looking for the chewy, snipe you like a Wookie. I can never jump without the looking. I can never eat without cooking. I put my soul on retainer when them devils took me. I can't go out like no sucker. Watch your back, you never know who looking. Grief stricken, but I count my chicken.
Talking out the side of your neck can get your jugular slit. Swim with a school of fish, boy, we swifter than a whisk. Twisted like a wick, lit like a wick. Erect that foundation, make a wish. My haters can die and piss. The weed burnt to a crisp. She got a list, but she Gakatron on my shit. I call her cell phone for all my fixins. Nigga wiggin' like Miss Piggy, boy, you iffy. It ain't no skateboard grabs when I say they moving shifty. I was out the box with that bread, but we ain't baking jiffy. Every hour breakfast, the way they totin' biscuits. These suckers L squared built like Triscuits. I ain't nervous, but I still might fidget. I'm on her screen like a widget. My niggas was touching weights like it's fitness. I was spreading hate like a sickness. Divine healing, get my soul back with finesse and quickness. I roll with more punches than Sonny Liston. It's very seldom difference, but it's a bit demented when I get to tripping. I keep myself grounded to avoid that freedom risking. Trust me, I've been there and done did it. I go about my days seeking redemption. Self-destruction still tempting. He was pulling up like the devil sent him. It was dark in my mind, but I saw plenty. Red hair lady on the bag like I just ordered Wendy's. You a fucking loser, you like 0-20. I was sliding through the pain for the closure, never boisterous. The scales had more colors than a koi fish. The plates had more lovers than a signature dish. Think quick, I made a wish. Movements brisk like a whisk, eh. I'm twisted like a wick, we stick together like wicks, eh. I'm standing in front the fountain, took a sip. Gave me a mile, but I took an inch. I had to fix my tie like a gent. I had to buff it out like a dent.
Rest in peace, Twiggy, to the death of me. I'm picking up and gathering what's left of me. We building a foundation strong enough to weather storms that'll lift hippopotami off their feet. I paid the price and it was steep. These things take time like an overnight seat. Mesh bag with a loose leaf like tea leaves, I beseech thee to adapt with the changing times and lie 6 feet. I can't be anything other than me. You see, we emerge about to see what treasure found underneath. You can feel the passion in my speech, sounds we can see, but this ain't any RD. Bosses without Hugo, I'm for real as can be. Looked in the mirror behind mine, seen faces ghostly. Them devils had a hold of me. Saints froze when they approached me. Find me in the shade like an Oakley. Find me in the gold like Ginobili. Find me in the days I found my sanity through the craze. I saw my vanity through the praise, but all in all, he's self-made. For my plate, I won't wait. Any evergreen rare like my steak. I swear on my godmother grave, I'm gonna be okay. I put that on my god brother grave. I put that shame on my name. Redemption is the game. I need to make a name. I need to clear the stains. The smoke clear, but I still remain. There's still some soul left in those remains. Dug up emotions weighing heavy on my cranium. The blade came vibranium, I'm slaying them. All vultures and leeches, see I'm dead in that. You ain't never had to carry other burdens on your frail back. Invertebrate, you can lie and wake. I dove in paint and bumped every wall in my hallway. Illuminate my dark days, change my depressive ways. Finding gems like needle in a hay, stacks away from better plays. I paved the way, the deed and necessary documents in a safe. I make it brief like a case, it's no debate. I'm on time like Apple Watch clocks. The rain gathered in the clouds, I looked up as it dropped. My thoughts outside the box, I conquer demons stronger than a nine-tailed fox. Smoke you like a Knox, put the capers on top. Sweet cocaine footprints with the bean socks. I rose my stock, rest in peace, Twiggy to the death of me. I'm picking up and gathering what's left of me. We building a foundation strong enough to weather storms that'll lift epitome off they feet. I paid the price and it was steep. Rest in peace to Twiggy to the death of me. I'm picking up and gathering what's left of me. We building a foundation strong enough to weather storms that'll lift hippopotami off they feet. I paid the price and it was steep.
Cell with plenty death and despair in the air. Shit ain't fair, so I can't play by the rules that's been set here. It was dark when my spirit was starving, sending love to my departed. I'll finish what they started. Dearly I see their faces often. Dearly I see their faces often. Finger foods with finesse, the pussy helps de-stress, but I digress. Had to say it with my chest. Had more jump scares than Fright Fest. Aim for the head, I heard you brought your vest. I brought meaning to my family crest, the sash across my neck. My consciousness keeps me alert. Shady dealing shook my earth. I seen them coming from miles away and still let it reach me first. There's no doubt I will emerge. Shouting from the edge of the universe, the backwoods was in the Gucci purse. You should never forsake your pride, don't let them forsake your pigment. Imaginations turn to figment. How you start is how you win. I looked into the moon, overcome with passion. Light was flickering like batting eyelashes. Manifest my maxims. Behind the veil left was a pile of ashes. Cremate my old self in a phoenix robe. Stared longer enough in the abyss. Gaze back, raise more rackets than Arthur Ashe.
task to complete, trying to find the time. Grew up so fast, lost so much, like where did time go? So you can't find the signs that lie before the eyes. Often seeing all the lies, suits and ties when we wine and dine. Suits and ties when we wine and dine. It was survival of the fittest, so you might wind up dead. He say, she say, no matter the offense, rumors will kill you where you stand. Niggas will bite their hand when they don't know the plan. It's the man. When they told me pick a side, see I stayed true to mine. I'll never play the fence, respect is on the line. We get flying grounded times, the source is infinite and finite. I can't waste any more of it. This gift I paint on the canvas with the sandals. Kid, I rolled the spliff, now give me mine. Out of sight, out of mind. How do you even try when all your spirit died? Decay set itself inside. I had to look alive. For my brother, I still cry. We were 7 years old on road trips playing I Spot. Now I know you looking down on me with watchful eyes, standing at the fork in the road like which path is right. I can't make up my mind, swaying side to side. No longer will I hide from my truth. Never again will I tell a lie. Never again will I hurt those who stood beside mine. I return all favors tenfold. We look up to the sky and praise our Most High. This journey alone is mine. I glorify the messages inside. All signs I abide. He a beast but far from rabbit. Aim accurate on my target like 007. Sevens in my reading, astral plane traveling. Telepathy, the crystals give me transcribed the chronicle. Combat bots in a cave like Bionicle. We had Jeezy snowmans on our shirt, far from abominable. The promethazine gave me pains abdominal. Be honest with me, cause I'll be honest with you. I let my fingers brush the hairs on the buds like bristles. Put one in the air, we in the sky like missiles. I can give it to you straight, or I can talk to you in riddles. Either way, if you miss the point, that shit won't set of issues. I brought my own box of tissues. Anxiety and depression, striking resemblance. Pain and trauma sharing the same dimension. The color that you are, is it fatigue or sadness that caused that change in pigment? I hit the tab and not a reality, I became indented. Looking for cosmic incentives, indebted. Tears out my eyes, dry them up. It made no difference. Wild him up when they move pretentious. I don't condone promoting sickness. Look in the mirror, see features indigenous. I'm growing like a fern, conjured inventions like Phineas. Shrinking submarines, define structures in a molecular indifference. My appearance distinctive, they are deceptive. Deceptor cleared the air I picked up like a receptionist. Fluidity in my movement, so the elegance. I'm sending packages of severance. Dispel the tension. When they told me pick a side, I stayed true to mine. Respect is on the line. Pac-Man, hella Pac-Sin, jumping off the ropes like Randy Savage. Organized my baggage, made it luggage. When I lose, I take it all with me in case I forgot the lesson learned. I had to break out my shell, now I know no limits, you wouldn't get it. I know who was with me when them forces moved against them. Downstairs in my basement, I saw visions. Man still on like pandemic regulations. I want truth, not speculation. Facing my own demons, it's just me in this rotation. Find me in the grass like cows grazing, that boy racing, them boys hating. I stand on water, make the waves split. They heard of him, fly away with the gusts when I catch wind underneath my wings. Like I soared here, adore him. Cosmic forces employ him. Multi-universes, I explore them. Beef on the grill, but it ain't forming. Smoke, you want none of it. I was giving speeches like pastors in your pulpit. Cyclops feet, high squish shit. We stirred it up like Nesquik. Healing like the hospice. I wind up for a drop kick.
I was the type to walk before the cross, skip steps like hopscotch, paint on my walls. Every color on the spectrum answers my cause. I'm in the venue, posted on the wall. I pick myself up after every fall. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters took a trip to the mall. It's just me here, the ground was bogged. It felt like quicksand with every step sinking into the mud. Seeking answers through the bud, brain baked like spuds. It was never for the love, but for the lust. It was never for the touch, but for the fuck. Who the fuck can attest to the bad luck, the bad decisions, the easiest to trigger with the lightest push. I dove into the kush like a bush. I fell into the flames and turned to soot. I ain't ate in days, muscles turn to mush. The worst feeling, the descending ceilings above, still trying to defend my dealings. I took a chance at healing, now I know no ceilings. We wheeling, sealing our fates in good favor, stepping out with good flavor. My grace is written out on scrap paper. Growth is imminent, my dwellings must be spacious. I got hyperdrive on this spaceship.
Selling yourself short, bending corners. We knew 12 was coming before they bent the corner. Premonition mixed with gut feelings, I warned you. While you was exploiting your workforce like Tom Sawyer, I was moving more beans than Goya. Kept them rates low like I was insured by lawyer. All my niggas loyal, discipline, make them bubble like a boil. Extract the oils after I brought the water to a boil. Wrap circles round these niggas, turn them into coils. He was shining but we found out it was foil. The spirits made me question my sanity like Jack Torrance. Stalking down my hallway looking for him. I dispelled hell simply off my aura, hidden in the flora. You floored, huh? I pay attention to my Lord and give grace to my Lord. I was waiting on you before you walked through the door. I'm a dog, I'm a whore. I ate the pussy then tally up the score. I never let another person treat me like a chore. I'd rather be a bore. Big Bill, who the hell tryna fuck with it? Big Bill, who the hell tryna fuck with it? Graves fitted, cutting lanes about my pictures, crystal fixtures. We all with it, big business. If I got it for sure, I'm tricking. If she's solid from the jump,
Oh, for sure we dipping, straight to the crib with it. Shorty said she ain't fucking with no hoe nigga. I told her I kept it 100 about the door with you. Cornballs, man, she smitten quick, they dare not try it. I put you right up under the scope like it's forensics. Incel ass niggas pitching a fit when rejected. See, you ain't respected if she tell me you touched her. We clutching weapons, this protection, not recklessness. Take it up with your guard when you beckon them. You age fast when you stress shit. I was rolling up .2s out of 3.5 trying to stretch it. We all receive our own set of lessons. What you gon' do with it? No gimmicks. It'll get the boy erased like Nicole Kidman. I'ma spin it till I win it, no kidding. This is for my trap niggas in a bando, pie flipping. This for my working class niggas, 9 to 5 and in Marco's. Pizza pie spinning, she a winner, I ate her like a chicken dinner. 2-piece and a biscuit on Glenwood for the Mrs. Winners. We all sinners, but we carry that light within us. It got dimmer, but we still had that spark in us. When it's nighttime, fill up my chalice at the right time. Yeah, bit up my palate with the jack, nigga, it's grind time. Firstborn in the cut on divine time. Infinite like straight lines, I can't waste mine, I can't waste life. See, we sliding through the pain for the lighter load, strengths unknown, but the legend foretold. We full grown and you still nematode. Shout out to the frog man and his tadpole. My brother's great fathers, I'm praying at the ancestral altar. Hands up like Godfather, solid be thy name. The beings came flying right up out of Andromeda. Operation tables, you can't dissect the formless, hanging like an ornament. She came through filled with adornment. She got a man, but she torn, act like adhesives on her loins. All doubt washed away when we conjoin. Her panties moist, where we going? She gripping on my groin. Oh, this how we flowing? This a fate we can't avoid. I'm trying to slide through, she fine too, I want you. She got me sounding like Lloyd. I'm way too poised, but still can't shake that noise. I made my way up out of the void. I rode in on animals made out of metal like a Zoid. Flipping like a coin, my niggas flipping like trampoline children. Elastic bands go boing. Round the singles, I got high and mingled. I had to meet new people. With these hands I anoint, on point. I heard a voice and made my choice. Never exploit, the crisis was written like W.E.B. Du Bois.
Find your own way, touch the heart and minds like aneurysm. Make my mark amongst dimensions, head on a swivel, get to stepping like a Sigma. Maverick hunter, these Reploids survey the perimeter. These ain't no ordinary figures, small soldiers in this house, I just had to put the chip in. You bit and tried again, nobody eats with double dippers. My stars align like Big Dipper. These niggas ridiculous, too accessible. Had to start moving inconspicuous. Can you feel it? That's your consciousness slipping when you indulge in sickness. Judges throwing books like they first name Gideon. I can never let them play me like an idiot. I take life serious. Dipped in the river Styx, Achilles heels clicked together, trying to go home. The war was written like the Iliad. I made the pilgrimage, poetic high slide. I never sit with my enemies like a truce. That's the truth. Bonds turn to smoke, puff puff pass, made a nigga go poof to put it next to the proof. Family of bats hanging vertical in the cove. Cooling on the cake like gala mode, 4 for 4, a la carte. The horror turns the harbinger into a ghost. Niggas do the most, living with your folks and got the nerve to gloat. Dudes is jokes. It's validity, what you see. I can show you how to weave the fabrics and sew it back at its new seams. You wouldn't believe the truth of the matters that lurk underneath. The veil pulled back so we can see the illuminated spaces and the vastness of the sea. My sails caught gusts when we felt the breeze. At the helm, starboard, dodge the breeze on the curve like sea. I heard the earth preach, whispers sweeter than a peach. If you breathe, you can bleed, liable to squeeze every drop of juice out this fruit and save its seeds. Plant myself a legacy, it's legendary. Reap the immediate, the color shown was tertiary. My opponent's blows was parried. In my wake, I left plains arid. The rain danced to lift my spirits. It was careless, gotta be careful. We had drugs on the weekends when they was loving the crew. Howling at the moon, had plenty women swoon. I moved away from the lagoon, no creatures in my room. I got a lot to lose, I got a lot to lose. I tried to hang myself, but the loop was loose, I fell right through. You can never trump my presence, I treat these niggas like fools. Never listening to the jewels brought forth by the muse. Niggas rather act a mule, I'd rather relax and be cool. Cause I can turn a donkey too. I can turn this whole charade into Halloween too. But I got a lot to lose. On everything I love, on my godmother grave, I can't lose. Mama put me on them books early, she wasn't raising no stooge. You can't be for the people and moving like a Scrooge. I got a lot to lose. It felt like phone service when I had to switch carriers. All these sockets on my body like the more plugs, the merrier. Planes loaded up on the surface like air carriers. I can lead you to your freedom like Harriet. The way he held the baby like a surrogate. The way he held the baby like Rafiki on Pride Rock. The lineage wasn't derelict. Psyoptics locked in, outer body, soul erect. Assembled correct, soul direct. Diddy bopping through the stress, yes. I got a lot to lose. I got a lot to lose, yeah. I got a lot to lose. I got a lot to lose, yeah. I got a lot to lose. I got a couldn't walk a millimeter in my 99 tools. We had drugs on the weekends when they was. I got a lot to lose, yeah. I got a lot to lose, yeah. I got a lot to lose. said and done, I figured out by now. I have it all figured out. Truth be told, I still harbor crippling amounts of doubt. The difference between yesterday and today is a new conviction. Sick and tired of going without. We work check to check, trying to survive the days I lost count. The mission is to stack that bread to the ceiling, and beyond those bounds, I put my ancestor monies in the cauldron. Opportunities inbound. They loaded up my reels, but it got stuck when I wound. Unwind and redo, I put my head in a crown. I had to don heavy metals, he the talk of the town. I hope my mother forgives me for all the pain and all the frowns. I hope my God redeems me for all the hate that I found. Self-care got my skin glowing like the sun with an aura so round. Time to say date, JJJ chown, I'm down. How his presence so immense, but his steps makes no sound. I like to walk around as if a cat was out on its proud. The enigma, you can't see me unless my brother allows. More knowledge, nigga, more power. More knowledge, nigga, more power. Pockets way more brolic. With this new bread, I bought bulk quantities of flour. When there wasn't enough time in my day, I had to turn mere seconds into hours. My healing left a taste in your mouth very sour. I'm in my apartment smoking on that dower every hour.